So if you decide to join Storage Nerds, which I highly recommend, if y'all really want to do this, y'all got to get into, you ought to be surrounded by people like me, right? And so this is one of the facilities that I just talked to. One of my students' name is Ted, and he joined and he bought his first facility. He's been in the coaching program for a year now, almost a year and a half, and he bought his first storage facility within the first 6 months, and now he's looking for his second one now. And actually, what happened is he bought his first one, and then he's starting to build on. He's adding because there was extra space and stuff, so he's adding on. So it's really like the first one, and then the second is kind of his new construction, and then now he's looking for his third, right? And he's only been in the coaching program for like a year. I mean, he's going into the next part of the year, which is awesome, right? So he brought this one to me, and this is what we just talked about. So this is what he found this driving for storage. He went on vacation. He was coming back. He's like, we're going to take the back roads, right? So now you're going to start taking the back roads to get back, right? And this is the Dill Analyzer. Once you get into Storage Nerds, you're going to get access to this, and you're going to learn how to run numbers. But I'm just going to show you. These are what your inputs are going to be if you're looking to analyze your deals, okay? So the purchase price is $775,000. He's going to borrow money to purchase this at 5% interest for 360 months, okay? And the cap rate is a 9 cap. So if it's a 9 cap, which market is it in? We all know this is tertiary markets. He's driving the back road. He's in a tertiary market. The annual income right now is $65,000. This is what the owner makes right now. It's 156 units. The total square footage is 23,240 square feet, right? So to run the numbers, these are the numbers that you're going to need for the inputs in any of the Dill analyzers, anything that you do, or anything that you need. You're going to need this information. The vacancy is 25%, right? So that means it's 75% full and 25% vacant, okay? And then it doesn't really need any work, so there's no repairs or anything needed. The property taxes are $6,820. Utilities are $1,200 a year. Insurance is $3,300 per year. Okay, so this is it. And then these are the inputs that we give all of our students based off of our numbers, right? So this will come with the sheet, but this is like all the inputs that you're going to need for expenses. I know, I'm sorry. I know you're scared. 11,000. So property maintenance is going to cost $11,625. Staffing is going to cost $6,200. That's like boots on the ground people. This is everything, right? Software is $3,600. And the marketing cost for the year is $2,000. The mortgage payment is going to be $64,750 for the year, so a total cost of $88,000. Guess it's going to cost him $88,000 for the year, and he's only making $65,000. Is that a good deal? What do you think? Is that a good deal?
No.
You don't think it's a good deal until you learn and understand cap rate. Now, when you value a deal, you're looking at your current as-is price. It's a mismanaged facility. So mismanaged facilities are never good deals on the front end, right? And somebody wants to chat, so let me see if I can figure this out and put this up. I'm going to exit. I'm going to make sure I can. Who wants to chat? Let's go in here. Q&A chat. Mark does. Okay. Oh, yeah. You can always unmute yourself. I think you can unmute yourself and ask. And then who else is here? Anybody else in the chat? Mark is, and then Dear. Okay, good. Okay. So we're going to go back. I'm going to share my screen again. So when you learn and understand cap rate, you have to look at what the opportunity is, right? So what we do is we look at what's called current as-is value. And then we also look at potential, right? Potential means that it's 75% full, but we're going to bring it full is what we're going to do. Now we run the numbers off of full at 8%, right? Because there's always people coming in and out and stuff like this, right? So you never want to run it at 100%, right? Because your numbers are going to be skewed because you're never 100% full. You always have a couple of vacancies, right? And so that's potential that you can see here, right? So we're going same inputs, but we're going from 25 to 8%. And then we have after updates. After updates is the opportunity. So as you can see, the owner is not charging what he should be charging. It's at 31 cents a square foot right now, and he should be charging 54 cents a square foot. So that means that the annual income is going to go from 65,000 to 138,000. And that probably will happen within the first year. It will not, because you're just going to start increasing rates. All you have to do is come up with 25% vacancy. That's not a lot of vacancy, honestly. That's really not in 156 units, you know what I'm saying? That's really not that hard. Maybe a year to get you full. So in the first year, he's going to go from $65,000 to $138,000 per year annually. So as you can see on the spreadsheet, it's valued at $335,000 at a 9 cap. And this is where you can play around with your numbers. If it's a 10 cap, you can run it at these numbers. You can say, oh no, I'm going to just value it at an 8 cap, right? So, we're valuing this really truly at an 8 cap because it's in a secondary market. I mean, it's in a tertiary market, but on the outskirts of a secondary market. So we're going to value it as an 8 cap. So its current valuation is $377,000. He put an offer in for $775,000. That's $400,000 over the price of what it's valued at. Now, when you look at a property like this, there is no bank that is going to lend you this money for this deal. You can't go and put 20% down and get an SBA loan on this. And the reason why is because you're buying it not for as-is price. This is why everybody's like, I need as-is. Well, look at what it's worth. It's worth $561,000 at just becoming full from 25% to 8% vacancy. All right. And after we raise the rates, which is going to be in the same year anyway, so you should really look at the after updates price, it's valued at $1.2 million. That's a 13% cap rate. Okay, so that is an incredible jump. So a lot of people miss out on a lot of opportunities. And the reason why is because they only want to buy as is value. But when you buy mismanaged properties, you miss out on so many opportunities on the back end, right? You have to be willing to come out of pocket. You have to be willing to say, yes, I'm okay with finding money and borrowing money or partnering with other people for this deal because I know on the back end, I'm going to make almost $1 million, right? So then you can also on the sheet here, you can see that the NOI is $103,000 and they're going to net every single month, every year they'll net after their mortgage, they'll net $40,000 a year is what they'll do based on the expenses. Okay. So you'll have to look at the entire deal. You're going to look at the entire deal to run everything. But I just feel that a lot of people miss out on really good deals because they're only looking at the as-is value.